God is saying, your mother who is in heaven has been trying to connect with you since yesterday. She wants to tell you something very important. This is her last message for you. Listen this right now before it's too late. Don't skip. There is something divine and holy unfolding in this very moment, something meant only for your heart to hear, something that was held back by heaven until now. God is reaching out to you to deliver a message so deeply personal, so tender, so urgent, that not even the angels were permitted to carry it before this hour. Your mother, resting in the glory of heaven, has been pleading with the Lord to send her love, her final words, her lasting touch, to you. This is not a dream. This is not imagination. This is heaven knocking at your soul, and your heart must not turn away. Please take a second, breathe in slowly, and comment Amen to affirm this sacred moment. This is not just any day. This is not just any message. God is saying your mother who is in heaven, who now walks among the stars and stands near his throne, has been trying to reach you since yesterday. She saw something shift. She saw your heart sinking quietly while you smiled for the world. She saw the battle in your spirit, the tears you didn't let fall, and the loneliness you tucked beneath your strength. And she cried out to God. She asked him to send her voice through the veil, to remind you that you are not alone, to urge you to listen before this window of grace passes by. She wants to tell you something very important. And her words are not coming from human thoughts, but through God's permission and power, wrapped in his glory, carried by his Spirit. Her voice is clear in the silence, strong in the whisper of your thoughts, and the Lord himself is pressing it into your heart. Right now, as you sit with this, there is an opening between heaven and earth. A moment so rare, so divine, where the voice of the one who gave you life on earth is allowed to echo through the halls of your spirit, because her heart still beats for you in eternity. Her love has not faded with time. Her soul has not drifted far. She has watched over you when you didn't know it. She has prayed for you when you thought no one was left to pray. She has wept beside the throne, asking God to comfort you, to bring you peace, to give you hope again. And today she has come, through God's mercy, to tell you something you need to hear. This is her last message for you, not because her love is ending, not because her care is fading, but because this is the last time heaven is allowing such a moment to pass. The urgency is not to bring fear, but to awaken you. She has something to say that will unlock peace in your spirit, settle the storms in your soul, and lead you back to the healing arms of God. She wants you to feel her embrace again, not just in memory, but through the Spirit of the living God. If this has touched even a corner of your heart, like this video, so that more people who need this kind of heavenly moment can feel God's love too. Now lean in, stay with me until the very end. This is not ordinary. This is not just a word of comfort. This is a call from the eternal. Your mother is reaching through the light of God to speak into your pain, your confusion, your questions, your regrets, your dreams. She sees what you have carried, and she wants you to put it down. She sees the guilt you never shared, the sorrow you hid even from God, the feeling that maybe you didn't do enough, say enough, love her enough before she left. And she is saying through God's own voice, stop punishing yourself. Let go. You were her joy. You were her pride. You were her answered prayer, and you still are. God is speaking through her Spirit to say that the love between you and her did not end at the grave. It was never bound by this world. Love that is birthed by God is eternal. Love that is woven through sacrifice and care, and pain and laughter does not die. It simply changes form. Her love for you has not lessened. It has grown, purified by heaven's fire, and it surrounds you now more than ever. Comment 1111 if you believe this message is reaching you exactly when it was meant to. She is saying this because God let her see what is coming in your life. She saw the breakthrough you are about to enter. She saw the chapter you are about to write. She saw the joy that is going to return to your face. But she also saw the lies the enemy is trying to whisper into your ears before you get there. Lies that say you are too broken. Lies that say you are forgotten. Lies that say you are unloved, unworthy, lost. And she could not remain silent. She is crying out from heaven, "Listen to me, my child, my heart, my treasure. You are not lost. You are not alone. You are not too late. You are not forgotten. You are God's. You are chosen. You are covered. You are protected. You are deeply loved." She saw how close you are to giving up, and that is why this message came now. She wants you to know that when she left this world, a part of her remained with you, in your smile, in your voice, in the way you love others. And God placed her memory in your heart as a shield, not a wound. Let it protect you, not hurt you. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish any time. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. You have walked through valleys darker than you admitted. You've stood in silence while your soul screamed, but your tears have never been wasted. Heaven has caught each one, and your mother has been watching, whispering over you, hoping for the moment that you would hear her one more time. God is making a way now. He is clearing out the fog. He is opening your ears and calming your heart, not just for her words, but for His. Because everything she is saying to you now is rooted in His love. He is the one who holds her now. He is the one who made this moment possible. He is the one who will never leave you, never abandon you, never stop fighting for you. She is saying, remember who you are. You are a child of the Most High. You are not weak. You are not empty. You are not behind. You are right where God wants you, and He is about to do something so beautiful in your life, even your past pain will bow in awe. Your mother's voice, filled with love that could only be born from God, is not fading away. It is rising stronger, deeper, louder in the stillness of your soul. God is saying, she has watched every step you've taken since the moment she entered into eternity. She has seen the sleepless nights, the moments when the grief felt too heavy to carry, the times when you wanted to speak to her but didn't know if she could hear you. She did. Every whisper you breathed, every silent cry, every word you wanted to say but could only feel in your heart, she heard it all. God made sure she did. This is why she has been trying to connect with you since yesterday, because heaven is calling your name right now. Because she sees that you are standing at a turning point, a place in your life where one decision, one word, one moment can shift everything. And she could not rest until you knew that she is with you, praying over you, standing with God on your behalf. Please, comment 222 if you trust that this is not random, but divinely orchestrated for your life. God allowed her to see what you are battling internally. The doubt, the tiredness, the confusion about your next steps, the weight of responsibilities that never seem to ease. She knows how hard you try to be strong for everyone else, how much you carry without ever asking for help, how often you wonder if anyone sees how close you are to breaking. She sees it. God sees it. And now, heaven is responding. Your mother wants you to stop carrying it all alone. She wants you to release the burden back into the hands of the one who can truly carry it. The same God who held her in her final moments is the God who is holding you now. The same arms that welcomed her into eternity are wrapped around you every time you cry in silence. You don't have to keep pretending to be okay. It's all right to let go. It's okay to collapse into his arms. He is not disappointed in you. He is not angry. He is not far. He is closer than your breath. She is telling you to let grace reach the places in your heart where guilt has been living. You don't have to punish yourself for the things you didn't get to say, the calls you didn't make, the visits that never happened, the memories that feel incomplete. She carries no resentment, none. Only love, only gratitude, only peace. She wants you to live free. She wants you to move forward without dragging the chains of the past behind you. God is saying through her voice that you are not meant to live in sorrow forever. Mourning has its season, but joy comes in the morning. And your morning is arriving now. The sun is breaking through. The shadows that have covered your spirit are lifting. She is declaring over your life that it is time to rise, time to breathe again, time to smile without guilt, time to dance without sorrow hanging over your shoulders. She is not just watching you from heaven, she is interceding for you. She is asking God to send the right people into your life, to bring favor you didn't expect, to answer prayers you stopped praying because you lost hope. Her prayers are strong because they are soaked in the purity of God's glory. And He hears her. He hears her love for you. He honors her faith, and He is acting on it now. You might not see it yet, but things are already moving in your favor. Doors that were locked are being touched by heaven. Situations that seemed frozen are thawing. People who forgot you are being reminded of your name. What was delayed is catching up. What was broken is being rebuilt. All because your mother's final message is tied to your restoration. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. The same God who let her hold you in her arms has now trusted you to carry her memory in your heart, not as a wound, but as a living legacy. She planted faith in you. She nurtured love in you. She poured strength into you, and none of it was wasted. That strength is rising now. That love is still alive. That faith is what will carry you through. God is surrounding you with the same peace she now lives in. A peace that doesn't make sense, a peace that passes understanding, a peace that can't be taken by this world. She wants you to rest in it. She wants you to know that heaven is real, eternity is real, and you will see her again, not as a fading memory, but face to face, heart to heart, soul to soul. The secret ritual they never wanted public is finally out. A 7-second brain technique, backed by leaked CIA data and 4 neuroscience labs, is helping families erase debt and attract money on autopilot. But this miracle won't stay public long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's gone forever. But until that day, she is asking you to live, not survive, not just get through each day, but truly live with joy, with purpose, with courage, with trust in the one who holds all your tomorrows. God is saying this is not the end. This is not where your story closes. This is where it shifts, where it begins again, where it rises into something new, something holy, something beautiful. You have cried long enough. You have wandered far enough. Come back into the light. Let Him heal what hurt you. Let Him replace the sorrow with songs. Let Him show you what your mother already sees. Your future is full of light. She is whispering even now, you are enough. You are worthy. You are loved. You are never alone. God has you in His hands. I am with Him, and we are both watching over you. This is a moment to pause, to listen, and to let heaven finish what it began in you when your mother's name was whispered through eternity into your life. She is still speaking, not with fear, not with sorrow, but with a love so fierce and alive that even death could not silence it. God allowed this moment because there are things you need to hear now, not later. Things that will change how you see the pain you have walked through. Things that will show you how heaven has been involved in your story every step of the way. She is saying, let the past be at peace. Let the memories that haunt you be quieted by grace. You do not need to carry every regret, every what if, every ache that says you should have done more. You were her blessing. You were her answered prayer. You were exactly what she needed, even when life made it messy or hard. She never doubted your love, not even once. You may have moments when you remember your last words to her and wonder if they were enough. You may still carry the weight of time slipping away too fast. But she sees now what you could not see then. She understands the burdens you were carrying, the things you were trying to hold together. And she forgives it all, not because there is anything to forgive, but because she wants your soul to finally be at rest. Please, if you feel the truth of this flowing into your spirit, comment 333 to declare your faith in what heaven is doing for you right now. God is drawing close. He is not watching you from a distance. He is right here, comforting, surrounding, protecting. And He is not just letting you hear your mother's final message. He is using her voice to pull you back into His arms, where you belong. There has been a loneliness inside of you that even friends and family couldn't touch. A silent space that only your mother's presence could fill. And God sees that emptiness, not with disappointment, but with compassion. And now He is filling that place with something greater, His own presence, blended with her love, woven together by grace. She is saying that the next season of your life is not meant to be lived in mourning, it is meant to be lived in purpose. You are not stuck, you are not forgotten. The enemy wanted to keep you tied to grief so that you would forget who you really are. But your mother remembered. She remembered the strength in your voice when you believed in yourself. She remembered the kindness you carried before life tried to harden you. She remembered the dreams you used to talk about with shining eyes, and she has been pleading with God to remind you of those things again. This is not the end. This is the beginning. She is saying, step into the light again. Let the pain become your testimony. Let your tears become healing for others. Let your story rise from the ashes, not in shame but in power. You were never meant to die with your grief. You were meant to rise with your faith. God has already prepared the way. He has already lined up the right people, the right moments, the right miracles. And your mother has seen the blueprint. She knows the beauty ahead. That is why she is reaching out. She doesn't want you to miss it. She doesn't want you to waste another day in fear, in sorrow, in self-doubt. She wants you to rise, not just for her, but for yourself, for the people who still need your light, for the calling God placed on your life long before you were born. The love she left behind is not gone. It's alive in every act of compassion you give to others. It's alive in every quiet prayer you whisper. It's alive in your laughter, in your resilience, in your ability to still hope. She is not asking you to forget her. She is asking you to live in a way that honors everything she poured into you. There are blessings ahead that your pain cannot see yet. There are miracles forming that your weariness cannot yet believe in. But she sees them. God sees them. And soon you will see them too. When the light returns, and it will, you will look back and see that this moment was the turning point. God has been protecting you, even in silence. He has shielded you from things you didn't know could destroy you. He has hidden you in His mercy. He has walked beside you when you thought no one was left. And now He is revealing His plan not only for your healing, but for your future. You are being restored. You are being rebuilt. You are being remembered by heaven. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. The Spirit of God is breathing new life into your soul, and your mother is smiling in heaven, knowing her prayer has been answered. Is this leaked CIA ritual the missing key to your financial breakthrough? A once hidden brain ritual is spreading fast. This strange 7-second method, confirmed by elite neuroscience labs, activates your brain's wealth magnet. The government may shut this down. If you're seeing this, you are God's chosen child. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. There will be moments soon where joy returns unexpectedly, where peace visits you in the middle of an ordinary day. When that happens, know it's not a coincidence. It is the echo of her love and the touch of God's hand working together to bring your heart back to life. She is saying, hold on, just a little longer. Your blessing is closer than you think. Your freedom is already being written. Your breakthrough is already unfolding. Stay open, stay soft, stay with God. You don't need to figure it all out. You just need to stay near to the one who does. God is not finished with your story. He is only getting started. Your pain has a purpose. Your tears have power. Your future has already been blessed. And your mother's final message is not to break you, but to build you into who you were always meant to become. This moment is part of a holy plan, and the message you are receiving is shaping your future, healing your past, and anchoring you in God's love more securely than ever before. What your mother is revealing to you now is meant to strengthen you, not just for today, but for the days that are coming, the ones that will test your faith, the ones that will stretch your heart, and the ones that will finally reward every tear you have cried in secret. She is letting you know that she sees the attacks that have been coming against your mind, the heaviness that sneaks in when no one else is watching, the doubts that whisper in the night telling you that maybe life will never get better. But she wants you to hear this clearly. Those lies are not from God. They are not from her. They are the final efforts of the enemy to stop you from walking into the light God has already prepared for you. And heaven cannot stay silent any longer. Your mother is reminding you that you carry her strength, not just in blood but in spirit. The strength she showed when she held the family together, the faith she clung to when life shook her, the hope she refused to let go of when the world tried to break her, that same power lives in you. You are not weak. You are not defeated. You are not abandoned. You are her child, and more than that, you are God's child, and that makes you unshakable even when everything around you feels uncertain. Comment 555 if you believe that God is fighting for you right now and your breakthrough is near. She is saying that it is time to stop hiding your hurt behind silence. You've become so good at pretending, at smiling through pain, at saying you're fine when you're falling apart inside. But she knows the weight you've carried alone. She knows how often you pray without words, how many nights you've stayed awake trying to be strong for everyone else. And she wants you to know that God never asked you to carry it all by yourself. There are burdens you've picked up that were never yours to bear. Expectations, guilt, pressure, fears, they have been weighing down your spirit, and your mother is pleading with heaven that you release them now. Let them go. Give them to God. Let Him carry what you cannot. Let Him restore what feels beyond repair. Let Him show you how deeply you are loved, not for what you do, but simply for who you are. She wants you to stop measuring your worth by your performance. She wants you to stop thinking that you have to prove your value to be seen. You are already loved beyond measure. You are already held in the palm of God's hand. You are already more than enough. Your mother sees you now not through earthly eyes, but through the eyes of heaven, and you are radiant in God's light. She is also saying something that might be hard to hear, but it's the truth that will set you free. You have been delaying your healing because you keep revisiting your wounds. You keep replaying the moments that broke you, the words that hurt you, the days that changed everything. But God is saying through her voice, it's time to stop reopening the door to pain and start opening your arms to grace. Healing won't erase your memories, but it will restore your soul. It will let you smile without the shadow of sorrow. It will let you speak her name without choking on tears. It will let you live in peace, knowing she is not lost, she is alive in glory, and you are still connected by the love that God Himself designed. She wants you to take care of yourself, not just survive each day, but truly care for the soul within you. The same way she would brush your hair gently, or hold your hand when you were scared, or make sure you ate even when you didn't want to. That is how God wants to tend to you now, and she is asking you to let Him. Let Him be your comfort. Let Him be your shelter. Let Him be your hope. You've been trying to hold it all together, but you don't have to anymore, not alone. Heaven is surrounding you. Angels have been sent on assignment for your protection. The Spirit of God is pouring out peace over your life in ways you will soon see clearly. Doors are going to open. Relationships are going to be restored. Strength is going to return. Your voice will rise again, not in pain, but in praise. And when you feel tired, when you feel like nothing is changing, remember what your mother is saying now. Do not give up. Not now. Not after everything you've endured. Not when your breakthrough is this close. God is not just moving around you. He is moving within you, rewriting your story with compassion, with power, and with purpose. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. She is watching over you with joy now, not sadness. She is not in pain. She is not afraid. She is not gone. She is alive in the presence of the Lord, and she is asking you to live too, fully, boldly, lovingly. Not someday, but now. Every act of kindness you do carries her spirit. Every word of encouragement you give is a seed of her legacy. Every prayer you whisper is caught by the same God who listens to her prayers now. You are not just her child, you are her continuation. Her story didn't end with goodbye. It continues in you, in your walk with God, in the way you love, in the way you shine. There is a reason this message reached you today. Because today is sacred. Today is the day something shifts in your heart. Today is the day heaven touches earth again through you. Every part of this message is sacred because it carries her final, most urgent desire to see you healed, to see you lifted, to see you step into the purpose God placed over your life before your first breath was drawn. She knows how hard you've tried to stay strong when it felt like the world was pulling you in every direction. She knows the weight of your responsibilities, the invisible burdens that nobody claps for, the emotional wear and tear that builds up slowly when you're always the one others rely on. You haven't had the chance to pause long enough to hear the whispers of heaven. But now, everything around you is still for a reason, and that reason is this moment. A holy moment where the veil is thin, and your mother's love, carried on the breath of God Himself, is reaching into your life to remind you that you have never been forgotten. Please take a moment and comment 1212. If your heart knows this message is part of something eternal happening right now. You see, there have been many moments in your journey when you've asked silently why things had to unfold the way they did. You've looked up in the quiet of night, eyes full of tears, wondering why certain goodbyes had to come too early. But your mother is telling you through God's voice that even in her final moments on earth, she knew that God's timing, though hard, is holy. She was never truly leaving you. She was going ahead to a place where time does not steal love, where her prayers for you have become even more powerful, more eternal, more real. She wants you to stop looking at her departure as an end. Her life was not taken, it was fulfilled. Her spirit was not lost, it was called higher. Her absence on earth is not abandonment. It's her transformation into a guardian who sees clearly, loves perfectly, and prays continually. Through the grace of God, she now stands in the presence of the Almighty, and from there, her heart remains wrapped around your life. She is saying that the time for carrying guilt is over. The time for replaying what you wish you said, what you didn't get to do, what you regret is over. Those thoughts were never meant to be yours to hold forever. She knows your love. She remembers every smile you gave her. She holds on to every moment you cared, even when you thought it went unnoticed. And most of all, she forgives what you never needed to be punished for. She is begging you now, through God's grace, to forgive yourself, to release the past, to stop questioning your love and begin resting in it. She knows you loved her. She knows you still do. And that love, pure, powerful, and unbroken, is a gift that doesn't stop at death's door. It continues into eternity. There is something else she is urging you to hear. She sees how close you are to something you've waited so long for. A breakthrough, a shift, a new season. She sees the light that is forming on the horizon of your life, and she wants you to be ready to walk into it with open hands and an open heart. But you must release the weight you've been dragging behind you. You cannot walk into the promise carrying chains of the past. God is moving on your behalf. He is making crooked paths straight. He is removing people who were never meant to walk with you into this next chapter. He is bringing clarity where there was confusion, restoration where there was loss, and new doors where you thought nothing was left. Your mother is not just observing this, she is praying for it, interceding in the presence of God for you to walk boldly into the life He is calling you toward. She is saying that even when you've felt spiritually dry, when you couldn't feel God the way you used to, He was still there, and so was she. You've never been truly alone. Every quiet whisper you've sent up to heaven has been heard. Every cry in the dark has been answered, though not always in ways you expected. Now, her voice is the answer to one of those cries. And her final message is the beginning of your healing. She wants you to remember who you are, not just a name, not just a person going through life trying to make it. You are chosen. You are deeply known by God. You are the fruit of years of prayer, tears, sacrifice, and love. Your mother carried you in her womb, but God carried you before the foundations of the world. You are not random. You are not forgotten. You are a vessel of divine purpose. She is urging you to live like someone who knows they are loved by heaven, to stop holding back, to stop shrinking yourself for others, to stop apologizing for your heart. You carry a legacy that is sacred. You carry her fire. You carry God's light, and the world needs what you have inside. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. God is not asking you to be perfect. He is asking you to be real, to come to Him as you are, to let Him wrap His arms around your weariness and breathe strength back into your bones. Your mother is saying that the God who received her is the same God who is holding you now, and His hands are gentle, His love is safe. His plans are still good. You are not at the end. You are just at a doorway. She is asking you to step forward, to trust that even without her physical presence, you are not alone. She is with God, and both of them are for you. You are protected. You are seen. You are chosen. This message is not just a comfort, it is a calling, a divine invitation to stop merely surviving and start walking in the light of who you truly are. Your mother would not speak these words if they weren't true. God would not allow this moment if it wasn't part of your healing. You are not being reminded of her love just to remember her, but to awaken the parts of your soul that have been numb for too long. You have survived so much, endured so many storms, but now God is calling you to rise above just surviving. Your mother's final message is the spark that heaven is using to rekindle your purpose. She is saying that you don't have to wait until everything is perfect to start living again. You don't need every answer before you take the next step. You don't need to have it all figured out to be worthy of joy. There are blessings waiting to find you, but they've been delayed because your heart has been too guarded, too afraid to hope again. She is urging you to open your spirit to what God wants to do now, not later. If this reaches you, if you feel the weight of heaven pressing gently but firmly on your soul, comment 777 as a sign that your heart is open. Your mother has seen from heaven what you haven't yet understood. The delay you've experienced hasn't been a denial. The silence you've endured hasn't meant God left you. The long waiting was preparation. The broken seasons were reshaping you. The unanswered prayers were being rewritten into better ones. She sees it now, so clearly, and she is asking you to trust what your eyes can't yet see. To trust the God who caught her when she left this world, and who is still holding you every moment. She is speaking peace into your anxious thoughts. She knows how heavy your chest feels sometimes when you wake up, how hard it is to breathe through the weight of all that you're carrying. She knows how loneliness creeps in, even when you're surrounded by others, how the absence of her voice still echoes in your quiet moments. But she is telling you now, with all the love heaven allows, your pain is seen, your struggle is understood, and your healing is already being sent. God is not watching you from a distance. He is right beside you, closer than your skin. He knows every memory that breaks you, every song that brings tears, every holiday that feels incomplete without her. And He is not rushing you. He is walking with you, step by gentle step, back into fullness, back into light, back into joy. Your mother is asking you not to keep living as though part of you died with her. She wants you to live in a way that honors the love you shared, to create new memories without guilt, to laugh again without apology, to open your heart to love again, not just with people, but with life, with yourself, and most of all, with God. She has seen the days when you felt like giving up, when everything felt too hard, too long, too dark. And she cried out to God in those moments, asking Him to protect you, to carry you, to surround you with His light. Her prayers reached heaven, and heaven responded. That is why you are still here. That is why this message is reaching you now. Not because she is gone, but because she has never left your side. You have cried enough. You have bled silently long enough. God is saying it is time to rise, not from pressure, not from shame, but from love, from grace, from the gentle truth that you are not forgotten, not abandoned, and not invisible to the eyes of heaven. She is declaring over your life that your next chapter will be better than the last. Not because of luck or chance, but because God is in it, because she is praying over it, because your faith, even when it was faint, never went unnoticed. There will be days soon when you smile without trying, when you wake up with peace instead of pressure, when you feel strength return to places that felt numb. Those moments are not wishful thinking. They are part of the healing that is already unfolding. They are the result of prayers prayed in heaven and promises kept by God. You are not going backward. You are being led forward, gently but surely, into a future your heart has been craving. A future where you live freely, where you let go of fear, where you trust again, where you believe again, where you hope again. Your mother is saying you are not meant to do this alone. Let God be your refuge. Let Him be the one who carries what you cannot. She is asking you to stop pretending to be okay when your soul is weary. Bring your sorrow into the presence of the one who heals. Let your tears fall at His feet. He will not turn you away. There is no shame in grieving. But she wants you to know there is life after it. Real, beautiful, sacred life. She wants you to experience it, to taste it, to be surprised by joy again, to let God fill the empty spaces with something new. She is speaking into your future now, declaring that the people you are about to meet will love you in ways that don't hurt, that the opportunities coming will align with who you really are, that the healing you've longed for will not delay much longer, that the favor God is placing on you will open doors you stopped knocking on. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. Your life is not over. It's shifting, it's unfolding, it's becoming more than you imagined. And all the loss, all the waiting, all the silence is being redeemed. Please hold on to this truth. God is still writing your story, and your mother's voice will echo through the pages not as a ghost, but as grace. She will always be part of you, not in sadness, in strength, in light, in peace. Her love, shaped by heaven and filled with God's mercy, is still pouring out because there is more you need to receive, more that your heart needs to hear, and more that your spirit is finally ready to understand. You've walked through the fire, but the flames didn't destroy you. You've been through the storm, but the waters didn't drown you. You are still standing, and that alone is proof that God's hand has been over your life all along. Your mother is saying something now that is not just for your comfort, but for your direction. She is telling you that it's time to stop looking backward for answers to questions that no longer need to be asked. It's time to stop replaying moments that already serve their purpose. It's time to stop waiting for closure in places where only God can give it. She wants you to stop asking what you could have done differently, and start believing that God knew exactly what He was doing even when it hurt. Please comment 999 if your heart is ready to receive healing that goes deeper than your pain. She is saying that your life was never meant to be lived in reverse. You were created for forward movement, for growth, for light, for joy. And though grief has been a companion on this road, it is not your destination. It never was. Your mother is watching from heaven as God gathers all the broken pieces of your past, not to remind you of what you've lost, but to build something even more beautiful than you imagined. She wants you to look ahead with faith, not fear. She knows how easy it is to protect yourself by staying numb, how tempting it is to guard your heart, so nothing ever hurts like this again. But she is urging you to feel again, to love again, to trust that God will never waste your pain. He is turning it into wisdom, into strength, into compassion. Everything that tried to break you is now becoming part of the foundation beneath your feet. There is someone watching this now who feels like the best parts of them died the day she left. Like they've been walking through life with half a heart, half a smile, half a soul. Your mother is speaking directly to you, saying you are not half of anything. You are still whole. You are still enough. You are still full of purpose. and God is restoring what sorrow tried to steal. She is asking you to dream again. Not small, cautious dreams, but wild, beautiful, God-sized dreams. The kind of dreams you used to have when you believed anything was possible. The kind of dreams she used to encourage in you before life got heavy. She hasn't stopped believing in your potential. From where she is now, she sees it even more clearly. She sees how your kindness still touches people. She sees how your strength holds others together. She sees how your faith, even when shaky, has never been broken. God is about to do something new in your life, something that will remind you that your story is far from over, and your mother's message is part of that awakening. She wants you to be ready, not just spiritually, but emotionally and mentally, for the new chapter that heaven has already written. This next season won't look like the last. The pain won't follow you. The sorrow won't define you. The shadows are lifting and light is coming. She is also saying this: don't let what you've lost make you miss what's still ahead. There are people who still need your love. There are moments waiting to be lived. There are days ahead filled with peace, laughter, and joy. You don't honor her by staying broken. You honor her by living fully, freely, and faithfully. She is proud of you. That word may feel too big to receive, but it's true. She sees how hard you've tried to keep going. She sees how much you've sacrificed. She sees the nights you wanted to give up but didn't. And she is proud not because you were perfect, but because you kept showing up, you kept walking, you kept believing, even when it was barely a whisper. She is also saying that you can rest now. You've carried so much. You've done enough. You've fought hard. Now it's time to let God carry you for a while. Let Him be your shelter. Let Him refill what's been poured out. Let Him speak into the places that have been silent for too long. You don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to hold it together every single day. God is not asking you to perform. He is inviting you to rest in Him. Your mother's voice is clear: rest, child. Let your soul breathe. Let your heart recover. Let your spirit rise again. You were never created to run on empty. You were never meant to pour from a dry well. God is restoring your joy, renewing your strength, and reviving your purpose. This message is not just a comfort. It is a turning point. Heaven is leaning in. God is pouring out. Your mother is cheering you on from the presence of the Lord. She sees what you are about to walk into, and her final message is not an end. It is the key that unlocks your next beginning. Hold on to this moment. Let it anchor your faith. Let it remind you that you are loved, known, and protected by the same God who holds your mother in glory. She is not gone. She is alive in the place where love never dies, and her love is still with you, surrounding you, guiding you. This is not just the continuation of a message. This is the unfolding of your restoration. Every word whispered from heaven is working deeply in you, reshaping the places that were broken, lighting up the parts of you that were slowly fading, and reawakening the strength that was quietly buried under years of sorrow. Is this the same CIA brain ritual, changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. Your mother is still speaking through the stillness. Her love, which began with sacrifice and care on earth, has only deepened in the presence of God. From where she stands now, in fullness, in peace, in light, she sees your life with a clarity you don't yet have. And she is gently but urgently urging you to trust what she sees more than what you feel. She is reminding you that you are still covered, still chosen, still under God's hand, even when life feels uncertain. If you're receiving this with a heart that's open to transformation, comment 1010 to seal it in your spirit. She is speaking not just to who you are now, but to who you are becoming. There is something you have been carrying, maybe a weight, maybe a secret pain, maybe a fear of what's ahead that she is asking you to put down. She sees how heavy it's become. She sees how it has stolen your joy, your laughter, your ability to breathe freely. And through God's grace, she is saying to you now, you don't have to carry this anymore. You never did. God is offering you something better, something holy, something light. She wants you to understand that the grief you've felt is not weakness. It is love, stretching beyond the limits of this world. It is evidence of how deeply you loved and how deeply you were loved. But grief was never meant to be your identity. It was meant to be a passage, a bridge, a doorway through which healing and new life would eventually walk in. She is now guiding you across that bridge, not away from her, but closer to the peace she wants you to have. There are things ahead of you that she never got to see in her earthly life, but she sees them now, and she is celebrating what is coming for you. The healing that is taking root, the relationships that are being made whole, the dreams that are coming back to life. She is telling you this: you are about to step into something sacred, and you don't need to feel ready. You just need to stay open. God is making a way where you thought there was none. Your mother is watching as his hand moves mountains, opens hearts, parts waters, and clears paths. And she wants you to know that your obedience, your decision to trust again, to hope again, to believe again, is unlocking the very things you've been waiting for. She has seen how hard it's been to stay kind in a world that doesn't always value softness. She knows the weight of holding on to compassion when bitterness would be easier. She has watched you struggle to keep your heart pure in the middle of disappointment and loss. And now she is speaking strength into you, not just the strength to endure, but the strength to flourish, the strength to rise, the strength to love even more deeply. There is a reason this moment is happening now, because something in the spiritual realm is shifting. What once felt blocked is being cleared. What once felt hopeless is now being filled with divine purpose. She is declaring that this is your season of return, not a return to the past, but a return to the version of you that still believed in miracles, that still believed in laughter, that still believed in the power of God's promises. She is asking you to take care of your spirit, to protect it, to feed it, to speak life over yourself even when no one else does. She wants you to treat yourself the way she would if she could still wrap her arms around you on this earth, with gentleness, with patience, with kindness. And she is saying that it's time to stop expecting yourself to heal overnight. Healing is a journey, and God is walking it with you, every single step. She knows that some wounds don't show on the surface, that some of your deepest pain is the kind you don't talk about, the kind you've learned to live with. But God is touching those hidden places now, and through your mother's voice, He is reminding you that no part of you is too broken to be made whole. Not your heart, not your faith, not your joy, not your future. She is telling you this because the healing that is coming will not just restore you, it will bless those around you. Others will be comforted by your peace. They will feel safe in your presence. They will be drawn to your light. And that light won't be fake, won't be forced, it will be real. Born from pain, yes, but also born from God's promise. Please hear this from her heart to yours. There is no shame in taking time to heal. There is no failure in needing rest. There is no weakness in crying or needing help or letting go. She is asking you to give yourself permission to grieve honestly and to heal slowly. God isn't in a rush with you. He is patient, He is kind, and He knows exactly what your heart needs in every moment. She is praying now that you will learn to enjoy life again, that you will laugh without guilt, that you will celebrate your blessings without fear that they'll be taken, that you will see yourself the way she sees you now, brave, beautiful, and beloved. This is resurrection. The parts of you that have been tired, forgotten, weighed down, and left in silence are being brought back to life. Your mother is saying that the time has come for you to walk without fear. She sees how often you second-guess yourself, how often you shrink when you were meant to stand tall, how often you delay decisions because you're afraid of making the wrong one. But she is telling you now, with the authority of heaven behind her voice, that you are not walking alone. The same God who welcomed her home is walking beside you every single step. You are not navigating this season blind. You are being guided by divine wisdom, carried by grace, and covered by prayers she still whispers over your life. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. She sees how your heart still feels fragile, how even joy feels unfamiliar sometimes, how your spirit wants to believe again but doesn't know where to start. And she is saying, start right here. Start by trusting that if you've made it this far, you are being held. If you've survived all that you have, you are stronger than you know. If your faith has not died, even after everything, then your future is still full of promise. If this part of the message is speaking to something deep inside of you, comment 1515 to declare your agreement with what heaven is doing right now. Your mother is speaking over the places where your dreams felt buried. She remembers the dreams you used to talk about, the ones you whispered with hope before life brought disappointment, the ones you thought you had to let go of when grief entered your life. And now she is saying it's time to dream again. Those dreams were never lost. They were planted. And what looked like a death was only a season of hidden growth. The soil of your soul has been watered with tears, but what is rising now is fruit you never expected. She knows what you've lost, but she also sees what you're about to gain. She knows the depth of your sorrow, but she also sees the strength that's coming from it. And she wants you to know that nothing you've walked through will be wasted. Not the pain, not the waiting, not the silence. God is using all of it, and He is about to bring beauty from the ashes of your brokenness. She is also speaking into your relationships. She knows the trust that's been shattered. She knows the way you've had to guard your heart because of betrayals and losses. But she is telling you that love is still safe in the hands of God, that your heart is still worthy of being seen, cherished, and honored. She is praying that God will send people who see you the way she does, completely, honestly, and without condition. And she is saying, don't be afraid to open up again. Don't let the fear of more pain keep you from experiencing more love. The world needs your tenderness. Your compassion is a gift. Your ability to feel deeply is not a weakness. It is one of the strongest parts of your calling. And God is placing people in your life who will treat your heart with care. You do not have to hide anymore. She is also speaking peace over your future. You've worried so much about what's coming next, about whether you're making the right choices, about whether God is truly with you. But she is saying, from the depths of heaven's peace, be still. You are not missing it. You are not too late. God is not silent. He is setting the stage. He is building what you haven't yet seen. And when it's time, everything that's been delayed will arrive suddenly. Your life is still full of purpose. Your light is still needed. Your voice still matters. She is urging you to believe again, not because it's easy, but because your healing depends on it. Hope isn't weakness. It's faith refusing to die. And God honors faith, even when it feels small. She remembers what made you light up, what made you laugh, what made you feel alive. And she wants those parts of you to return, not because she wants you to forget her, but because she wants you to carry her with joy, not sorrow. She is not gone, she is just glorified. And she is still with you, cheering you on, speaking over you, lifting you up in prayer. There is something sacred happening now, even in the quiet. God is restoring what you thought you lost forever. And your mother's voice is the bridge between your pain and your promise. She is speaking life into what you thought was done. She is speaking light into what felt too dark. She is speaking faith into what felt forgotten. She wants you to start speaking over yourself the way she used to. She wants you to look in the mirror and see what she sees. A fighter, a survivor, a vessel of light, a heart that has not been crushed by grief, but reshaped by grace. She wants you to walk into rooms like someone who is sent, someone who belongs, someone who carries heaven inside them. And she wants you to know this. Above all, she is at peace, she is safe, she is whole, and she wants the same for you. She wants you to experience the kind of peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, the kind of joy that doesn't fade with time, the kind of faith that grows stronger with every step. She is saying this with a tenderness that can only come from a heart that has been healed in the presence of God. You no longer have to live as if something precious was taken from you forever. What you lost in the physical was never lost in spirit. Her love for you never stopped flowing. And just as God holds her now, she is asking you to let Him hold you too, not just in your brokenness, but in your healing, your joy, your next steps. Comment 1717 if you receive this and believe God is still moving in your life. Your mother wants you to know that you are not late. Even though life may have shifted timelines, even though some things didn't work out the way you imagined, you are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not wandering aimlessly. You are right on time for the miracle that's about to meet you. She sees how you've been questioning whether you're doing enough, being enough, becoming enough. And she is saying with full confidence, you already are. The very fact that you've kept walking, kept praying, kept trying, even through heartache, is proof that you are stronger than you know. She remembers your first moments. She held you when you didn't even know who you were yet. And now she is watching as God reveals the fullness of what you were always meant to become. You are not the same person you were when she left this world. You've changed, grown, deepened. Your pain has shaped you, but it hasn't destroyed you. It has taught you how to love deeper, how to see clearer, how to feel with compassion beyond your years. That is not weakness. That is beauty. That is God's glory alive inside you. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual, helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. She is saying you don't have to keep chasing approval. You have nothing left to prove. Her love for you was never about what you did, but simply who you are. And that has not changed. God sees you the same way. You are enough. You are His. And you are loved just as you are, even when you're still healing, still grieving, still figuring it out. You've felt forgotten by people. You've experienced the kind of silence that feels like rejection. But your mother wants you to know that heaven never turned its face from you. God never walked away. Even when you couldn't feel Him, He was closer than you imagined. Your mother has been crying out for your heart to feel this again, to know without doubt that you are still wrapped in divine protection,